Hey, hello. There is a sneaky stream. I'm not supposed to stream now because I have to go, but I will do just a short stream. Hello. I will stream tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening after 9:30, I think I will have decent amount of time, so a few hours, and we can do some stuff. Today not much, but maybe I can stream 1 hour maximum. Hi Tua, hi Soup. So there has been some tests on import and export of characters from 3ds Max to Blender, and it seems that despite the FBX format, which is should be a good format, right? But there is no real capability, let's say, to export the rig of a character from 3ds Max into Blender in a proper way. Wow, what a sky. There is no real way. So most of our animations, when we import them through when we do 3ds Max to Blender, are not really working as expected, right? So maybe one thing that we can do, we can try to import to Unreal and then export as FBX, right? Because I think we can, right? I think I can take this and export it, right? I think I can. Do you know how to do it? We can re-import, we can save as, but a save as is just saving it again as an Unreal character, because basically what we have seen, there is a guy that is helping me on that, and he said that he didn't manage to move the rig between 3ds Max and Blender, which is not a news. I mean, hello Snail Mail, welcome to the stream. I'm just it's just a sneaky stream. It's not a real stream today. Actually, this stream was not planned, so it's a kind of a bonus stream if you want. But yeah, so it doesn't look bad though. I mean, this character, if you consider it's been done many years ago, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, the geometry is still fine with the right lights. Is still kind of okay. So how can I export this to FBX? Because maybe this could be an idea, no? I import into Unreal and then I export. Can I export FBX from Unreal? Export FBX from Unreal Engine. Export FBX from Unreal. It seems we can. How can I export? Select the asset you want to export, right click. Asset action, whoever might select the file type. Okay, I think we have to do it not from here but from the content browser then. We have to do it from the content browser. So if I right click on what? This is the base rig, so I could do this, then asset actions, export. Okay, not too bad. Yes, you can export as FBX. So maybe I can suggest to the guy to do this so that we can keep, I mean, maybe Unreal Engine is a bit smarter than Blender in importing exporting FBX. So could be an idea to do this, right? Let me check. I think I can write down an email to this guy and say, can you try to import to Unreal and then export to Unreal? I mean, can you try to import from Max to Unreal and this export as FBX from Unreal? Unreal may be smarter in the way it manages FBX files. This, I think it could be a good test. Because at the moment we have a lot of characters, right? We have how many? We have I think 14 or 13 characters overall. So considering male, female, right? And we want to be able to reuse some of the animation, even if some of our animations are pretty bad, I would say. So I mean, redoing them is, yeah, redoing them is not a problem. I mean, like, I don't know, this is the attack animation. Boom, boom. Well, this guy is a bit of a rude guy, so even if the animation is not, but being stone, you know, even if the animation is not perfect, I think it's okay. The light is changing. Why is it? Is it based on reflection? Okay, anyway. So we already imported, like, yes, attack animations. We imported idle. We have a number of animations in PlaneShift, and we imported this one. This is the attack idle. I mean, this animation I would like to reuse. Like, this one is not bad. The attack is not bad, you know. So I think these animations, I mean, redoing them is a bit of a. There is the cast animation when he's casting a spell. Right? I think it's okay. I mean, it's not bad. Right? Do you think it's bad? No, I think it's not bad. This is when he dies. Bam! Bam! It's not bad. Bam! Right? I think it's pretty good. It's smooth enough. I mean, I find it smooth enough. So these animations are good, I think. We have the grid animation. Okay, the grid animation maybe could be improved. Okay, it's a bit mechanical, so it's like, yeah, it's very mechanical. Like this one, if we have to redo it, I mean, who cares, right? We can redo it, no problem. This one is kind of mechanical. Also, some of the vertices here in the arm are not blending good, but okay. Then what we have? We have the what we have? The idle animation. We have the run animation. Run animation. Run animation is not bad, right? Why it becomes so white when I? Right? Run animation is not bad. I like it. Then we have the walk animation. Walk animation maybe is not the best. Looks a bit stiff. Like, I don't know exactly why, but it looks a bit. No? I don't know. There is something on it which maybe the hands. I mean, how the arms are hanging down. I don't know. It doesn't look. Well, from the side, it doesn't look bad. I don't know. It's pretty much okay, I think. Anyway, it's pretty much okay. I would not redo it. So if we can reuse all of those, you know, I would be very happy to just reuse them and yeah, and go with this. You can see here our skeleton tree. Show mesh. Can I remove the mesh? Yes, you can remove the mesh. So if I remove the mesh, this is the result, right? So this is our skeleton. So it's what we have as a skeleton on most of our characters. So most of our characters are made like this. So the leg is 2 pieces. The feet is also 2 pieces. The arm is 2 pieces, and then the spine is 3 pieces. And then for the head, we have the ability to just rotate the head, and then we have the ability to open and close the mouth. Probably not on this character though. Probably not on this character. On this character we have only the ability to move the eyes, to rotate the eyes, right? So yes, probably this is what we can do with this guy. But you see, the skeleton is pretty simple. So this skeleton, this skeleton as an FBX is pretty good. The hands maybe are a bit too complex, right? But allow us. Can I stop this somehow? Let me check if I can stop this somehow. If I click on pose, yeah, the hands are kind of complex. Also they are a bit special for each character, like this one has 4 fingers, right? So just because it's a crane has 4 fingers, but basically for every finger you have 3 pieces, you have 3 bones, and then you have 1 bone I think for the hand, which is not showing here for some reason. I don't know why, but I remember we have a hand bone separate if you want to rotate the hand, you know. Yes, and then we have, for example, I don't know what is this bone. What is this bone here? No idea. This bone should not exist. What is this thing? Is a sub forearm 01. I think it's a tip of a bone that we exported, but probably should have not been there. Should not been there for some reason. But anyway, this allows us to animate pretty well. Right? If I take the other, character, because at the moment we just imported few characters, right? We didn't import many. If I import, if I open up, I think we should split meshes, and otherwise it's very hard to find. Where do I have the base rig of this? The base rig. Well, we can take any animation anyway. Yeah, this is the idle. You see this character is pretty much the same. So 2 pieces for the feet, 2 pieces for the legs. I think in this case we have 5 fingers. Yes, we have 5 fingers, and we have 3 pieces for the spine. In addition, I think that here we have some. Yeah, we have some for the hair, because actually the Kran doesn't have hair, but it is this one is an elf, and so we have 1 piece for the hair, right? And yeah, 3 pieces for the spine. I don't know if I can move any slower than this. Probably not. I don't know what are these 2 at the back. Is this the tail, or what is this? Maybe it's another tip that it just went. Helper spine top. Really? Okay, but this one helper spine bottom. Okay, these are just the rotators. So we have some of this thing which allow us to rotate the character. The thing that I see though is that this spine is pretty much messed up. I mean, if you look at it, we have a very long piece, which is this one, and a very short piece, which is this one. I think originally it was not like this. So I think that this character didn't really import properly. in from 3D Studio to Unreal. I think he has some issues. Sorry, I cannot move slowly. I don't know why, but maybe there is a way. Speed of movement. Let me say camera speed. Ah, here it is. Okay, okay. I can go to 2. Let's see if it's a bit better. Yes, much better. Okay. Yes. Also, I don't know why I have just few pieces showing, but yeah. But this one we imported from 3D Studio Max, and we just converted to FBX with bake animations, I think. And the result is okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Yeah, there are some animations like this one which is super bad, right? Super bad. I mean, it looks very mechanical, right? It looks very mechanical. I don't like it. And I think the walk of this lady is even worse. Yeah, there is the walk. The walk is just horrible. I cannot say this. I cannot say this. I cannot look at this. I cannot look at this. It's very bad. Unfortunately, this character is a nice character because he's one of the elves characters, but the walk is super bad. So if I put on the mesh, there is already the mesh. Why I see only a piece of the mesh? I don't see it all. I have no idea. No idea why I'm seeing only a piece of it. But it can be also. But the idea is that if we manage to have, let's say, proper, like what is this thing that is sticking to the ground? This thing is control hip. Okay, control hip. These are all the controllers that we have, so I think it's fine. I mean, it's showing weird here in Unreal, but actually in 3ds Max is a kind of a circle around the hip that you can just use to rotate, rotate the hip and bend it left and right. So it's very handy for animations. Yeah. But anyway, at the moment we imported just few pieces. We imported the Dermorian, we imported the Kran, and pretty much it. And then we imported the one monster just to test it. Okay, just to test one monster, which is this Lavar. I don't know how to call it. And yes, this guy. Yes, it doesn't show. It's very dark now. I don't know why it's so dark. Again, that's getting better. Is this guy? Is this lava guy? And yes, this one also we imported, but for this one I remember we had a lot of issue with the scaling of the rig, right? So there were a few problems with the scaling, and also this one I think we need to somehow fix. If I remove the mesh and I show the bones, all the bones, and I go in a place where it's a bit darker so I can actually see it. You say this one, like the hands are super messy. I don't know why, but look at how it's been imported. I mean, you cannot even see it, right? It still works, but it's very messy. So like this one, I mean, my suggestion would be to completely redo it. I mean, to redo the rig, redo the animation. The animation are not too good anyway, are very basics and very basic animations. Um, very basic animation, like also I don't know why some of this it says that you say could not find a skeleton. Maybe we renamed the skeleton somehow. It's kind of okay. He managed to do it, but he managed to do it. He managed to retarget. I think this is one of the good things that we have in Unreal that is already made for character and animation. So now there was a problem with the skeleton. I just selected retarget and it just did it, you know. So, and actually the animation is properly working, which is pretty amazing. But still, I would like to be sure that we have the right, you know, the right structure from the start. But you see, this animation is super basic, you know, it looks very robotic. And I think that also if we look at the hands are probably even a bit screwed, you know, a bit, yeah, like it's not closing the hand, is just keeping it exactly still. I mean, the hand is standing still, not moving. So I don't know. Doesn't look like the best. So I think this one we can really redo, right? Really redo. But it's something we have to decide soon in terms of what do we want to, yeah, what do we want to have? Do we want to have, what do we want to remake first, right? Maybe someone can work in parallel on these things, can work in parallel on the character animations. You see, this retarget actually worked, so I don't know why is losing the skeleton. Is using the skeleton. Like here he's kind of eating something, you see? He's kind of eating something. Is it kind of an idle animation? I think this one was pretty cool. Is like eating a fly or something. He's taking a fly from in front of him. He's picking it from in front of him and he's eating it. This one is pretty cool. This one is pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know why all these animations are bad. I mean, I have to retarget them. I don't know if it's just a migration, but you see some have an icon, others don't have any icon, like if they are not working properly. And I don't know what is the difference between Skeleton and Skeleton 1. I mean, they look the same. Let me try to retarget to the other one and see if it still works. Uh-oh. No, in this case, yeah, so the skeleton and not the skeleton is probably too small. It was scaled improperly, and so how do I discard changes on this? I would like to discard changes or reload from. Can I don't want to re-import. I just want to discard the changes. So not saving this. I don't want to save this. Let me see if I can do it from here. Asset, reload. Maybe you can do reload. The following package will be modified. You would like to reload this package. Revert any changes. Yes. Yeah. So the skeleton one is the one that we have to delete. No, the skeleton base. This one. This base skeleton is the one that we imported, but actually he had very bad. Very bad dimensions. So let's fix all of this anyway. So at least we have a working, you know, we have a working monster with all these animations. Is Zwei connected? Zwei connected to the channel? No, it's not. Huh? But I think we can. Like if we export this one in FBX, we can try. Okay, we can launch Blender, try to export this one in FBX, and see what we get, right? And see what we get. But let's fix. Maybe let's fix all of this first, so I have them proper. So I have to retarget to this one. There is an idle animation, looks okay. I mean, it's super boring. I mean, it's doing nothing, but the speed. I have to reduce the camera speed, or I cannot really see anything. Yeah, it's a very basic idle animation. But you see, for example, he's moving the feet like like back a bit, like if he's flying. Is that the small things that anyway are annoying if you, yeah, so I don't know if this is really good, right? So we can remake this guy. I think we can remake him. Will probably be better. I guess it will be better. So let's fix all of them since we are working on it. Let's just do retarget and save on all of them. I think this we can save. This one we can save. This one we can save. This one we can save. And let's retarget all these ones. The problem was, say, why did this happen? Because between 3D Studio, what is this? Between 3D Studio and Unreal, there is a conversion factor, right? And so I was, what is this animation about? What is this? Who did this animation? And I mean, is a hit? Maybe it's when he's hit, right? Because actually, one cycle without the loop, one cycle just look like this. Yes, it's a hit. When it's getting hit, it does this. If you look at it in a loop, it looks a bit weird, you know. Animated emitter textures. I don't know, but I think you can. I mean, you mean that in an emitter you can use one texture, and this texture is actually a video or an animated GIF? Is what you're asking? I think so. I mean, with Unreal you can do pretty weird things, so I think you can. Haha, this is the die animation. This one, for example, seems good to me. Boom. I mean, the bounce that it does on the ground looks very cool. Boom. So it looks, also the hands I think are moving okay. Well, maybe not. Maybe they're a bit out of sync, but I think it's pretty cool anyway. If you see a monster dying like this, it looks like, I mean, it gives you the feeling that it's actually dying, you know, blown. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. This one is cool. We had a lot of animation. I mean, if we can save all this work, will be nice. I mean, we will start anyway from, like, this one is super bad. Oh my god, why you see there is some snapping going on? Let's check one at a time, okay? So what it does, it starts from here, it goes back, it goes forward. Again, then the animation ends, but unfortunately it doesn't end where it started. Right? It doesn't end where it started, so the result is that if you loop it, is that he sticks his hand, you know, he moves his hand in a bad way, in a very bad way, his left hand. Right? He moves it back, it snaps back. So this one, for example, will have to be redone. Or maybe there are some additional frames that we didn't see, right? Maybe there are frames after that we didn't import. Maybe we imported it bad. I don't know. I don't know. But this one, for example, is very bad. We should redo it. I'm amazed about the retarget. I just click on retarget and does the work for us. What is this? This is an idle animation. Oh, what is supposed to be? What is this supposed to be? I think probably it's just an idle variation. Oh no, this one is an attack idle. So when he's in attack mode and waiting, it does this, but it's not really good, I think. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Then what we have? We have a run. Oh my god, this run is so bad. This run is so bad, boys. Look at this. Looks like a robot. I mean, it's a lava giant, but I don't like it. Boom, 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 boom. I don't like it. I mean, I think it can be made smoother. And also there is some clipping going on. I mean, some snapping going on at the end of the cycle. It's too quick when it goes forward. This lag. I don't know. I mean, it can be much better. I think that people can do much better animations. But if you could try to export all of this and what is this? It's sitting on the ground. Sit idle. You can also sit. Maybe in the game this will never happens, you know. This animation I think we never play because this guy never sits. And this one is pretty cool. It looks like a very ancient guy, you know, very ancient guy waiting something, waiting for a prey. You know, look at this. Okay, this one we can save. There is a walk, and also this one is very bad. I think the walk and run, I mean, which are the most used, are. This also looks very robotic, like. I mean, it's better than nothing. It's better than standing still, right? Or going around in the T pose. But, it's not the best. Then what do we have? We have another walk. There are two walks. Walk variation. Okay, there is a walk variation. So it's another way. Is another walk. Can I? Yeah, I have to always lower the speed, otherwise I cannot move. This leg movement, I think is fucked up. I think here is a conversion problem. I don't think anyone did this animation this way. I think it's a conversion of the rig problem. So it looks like his legs are moving badly. Also the hand, also the arms. See how the arms are moving. Super bad. So this one I think should be deleted. And then we have an idle variation. Another idle variation. I think we have a few, right? Okay, this is actually doing nothing. So this is not really a variation. That is just a broken import. It's just standing still. It's just standing still. In theory, this one is called idle variation. But this one is not working at all. So this one we could delete it actually. I will delete it. It's not an animation. One cool thing that you can do with Unreal is blending animation. So for example, here if you go to the crane and you go under animation, you have, what is it? Blend space run. Yeah, blend space run. So basically here you can decide, yes, based on the speed, you see how much it blends between the walk. So there is the walk, I think, and it is the run, right? So there are two different animations. It's not just that it's making this animation run faster, okay? Is blending between the two properly. So if I move this slider back, you start to use more and more and more of the walk animation until it becomes the walk animation, right? So I think it's pretty cool. We had some of this in old PlaneShift thanks to one of the libraries that we were using in terms of blending, but we never tested it I mean, we never used it properly, I think. So for the most part, our characters, when you start to walk from a position, they just like skip forward. You know, they like whoop, they just skip forward. So they are you see the lag, which is like moving quickly forward and not really. But I think with Unreal we can have a much smoother, you know, blending of the animations. Much smoother blending. Yes. Anyway, one thing that we can try to do just for fun, even if I never did it, I never did it before, so maybe a long process, but let's see. I could try to import the FBX file of one of the animations. Like for example, let's take the attack idle. I don't know, which I think is moving most of the bones. Well, it's not moving the legs, but yeah, maybe we can take the walk or the run. The walk or the run, I think, are moving more stuff. So let's see the run. Yeah, the run is moving most of the stuff because it's also moving the chest. Is yeah, rotating a bit the chest, right? So I think we can use this one. Yes. So if I want to export this, we can try. So if I do asset location, export, and then I go, let's put it under whatever. Let's put it under. Let's put it one level above. I don't know. Yeah, let's put it one level above. Like here we can call it tests. Export text. Export tests. What? Export tests. Okay. Export test, and let's just call it, yes, CRAN based rig. I don't know if he asked me some options. Yeah, he asked me some options. He asked me the compatibility of the FBX. That's a good question. I can try. I think the newer the better, no? Well, we can do one or two tries. Let's do cancel. Let's save asset export. Let's call it 2013. 2013. And this one we export with 2013, right? And vertex color, okay, level of detail, collision, welded vertices, okay. Map scale and motion to rule, I think it's fine, and then we export this. Does it give any errors? No, seems to be exported okay. So let's try to export in two other formats maybe. So let's do 2016 and 2018, right? Just to test if he has any difference. 2016, same thing, export. 2018, export, right? 2018 is the greatest, latest FBX. Okay, so after we do this, I think we can blender something. Which blender? Program files blender. Oh, it's the same, I think. I only have one blender here. I think so. So if we try with blender 279, right? 279 is the last one. Yeah, I think so. Because they're working on 8. Yes, the date is recent enough. Okay. So if I want to import, just a second, I want to check. Yes. If I want to import, what do I want to import? I want to import my. No, it's not here. Wait a second. I have to understand where is it. If I want to import, we said it was under Unreal Engine, right? No, under Unreal Projects. I don't know where it was. I think is in a bit of a weird folder because it's under my user folder. Okay, it should be here, but it doesn't take. I think it's import FBX. Okay, import FBX. So let's try to import the 2013 one. Okay, and see what it does. Also, do I have any options? I think I have some options here. I have manual orientation, scale, import normal, import animation, import animation office, user property. I don't know. We can leave everything as this. In your leaf bone, force connection shield, automatic bone orientation. I don't know. Let's leave it exactly as is the default. Oh my god. What is this? You see the problem of freaking using multiple 3D tools? You see the issue, boys, of using what is this? What is this? I mean, what is this? It's completely fucked up. Okay, let's try 2016. Maybe we have a better chance. Exactly identical. They are completely wrong. I mean, they are not just a bit wrong. They are completely wrong. Like, completely fucked up. Like, million times. There are even these small bits. I don't know if you can see them, but there are some super small flying things. Which I don't even know how to go there because I'm not a good Blender user. But okay, these small flying bits. Look at this. What are these things? I have no idea what they are, but they look like they are part of the armature. Holy boys! I think they are part of the armature, so 2016 not a good idea. 2013 not a good idea. 2018 exactly the same. Well, at least it's consistent, you know. Whatever year you choose is importing garbage. Total garbage. Total garbage. Let me try to see if changing the options maybe there is a chance. Okay? Because here at the moment, if I look at it like this, we have actually zero chances. Zero chances. Let me see if I import with some options. Import FBX. No, I'm offline, really? What happened? I'm offline? Hey boys, you still there? I went offline for a second, now I'm online again. Okay. I don't know, I went offline for a bit. So I was saying there is an experimental transform. Let's see what it does. Looks exactly identical. As bad as before. As bad as before. Okay. If we do FBX, okay, experimental doesn't work. Let's see armatures. Force connect children. Let's try this. Force connect children. Okay, at least it changes the structure a bit. But if you consider that this is our Cran character, okay, boys. Okay. I think we have a problem here. Well, it's true that this model has been imported from 3ds Max, right? And into Blender, into Unreal, and then exported from Unreal to Blender. But to me, man, this proves that to me this proves that is very bad. It's very bad. I mean, how we can actually work with this? Okay. Okay, let me try with a test character. I'm downloading. I'm downloading a sample. I'm downloading a sample from Blender website, and we put it again inside my. We said that we have an export test. Okay, let's put it here. Can I do this? No. Okay, there it is. Vincent.blend. Okay, this is a character that's been created in Blender, so maybe we have a better chance, you know. Wow, looks very cool. It's a free model that I found on the Blender site, so it's yeah, it's a free character. Can we check? Unfortunately, I'm a very bad Blender user, so I have to learn it if we really want to use Blender. Don't remember if it's okay. I did something. I wanted to animate it, but I think it was Alt H. No, no, it's not. Alt B. I don't remember what is the freaking key. There is a key to animate this guy, but maybe we can just see if he's animated somehow. No, it's not. Now he completely disappeared. Okay. Okay. Let's just reopen it. Okay, if I do this, it's fine. Let's try to import this guy. Why if I change this, it disappears? Do you have an idea why it disappears? And it's not animated here. Okay, it doesn't disappear, but it's not animated. It should be animated. At least one test animation. I think there should be one test animation. Animation, composing. Okay, default, 3D view, animation, scene, cycle render. There should be. Hey, where is it? Any of you is using Blender? Can you tell me how to play? How to see all the animations and blending, body, and no, these are all the pieces of him. This one is the one that manages the animation set. I don't see actions though. It seems like there is no actions defined. So maybe this guy is not animated for whatever reason. Nearest frame, filter, view. I'm losing myself into this. Video sequence editor, no. Outliner. Outliner is just the list of all the objects here, but I think that the animation one should be the dope sheet. This one, dope sheet summary, right? But in here you should be able to select the animation. I'm just not seeing it. Okay. Let me see. Blender play animation. Maybe it doesn't have any animation. Editor render play. Editor render play. No, I don't want to play the render animation. I just want to animate this thing. Spacebar. Enter. Nah. Okay. No, play rendered animation. Okay, but I don't want to play the render animation. I want to go and edit. I mean, I can do render play and render animation, but it's not what we want, right? It's not what we want. Also because there is no render animation. But anyway, who cares? Let's try to export this guy and see in FBX and see what happens if we import it. So if I do export FBX and I put it under export test and I say Vincent FBX and I use whatever settings, FBX 704 binary. Okay, let's go like this. Main, selected object, geometry, supply modifier, let's leave everything as standard, right? I clicked on export and Blender is going like crazy for it. Is it saving any file or no? It's just thinking. It's just thinking very, very deeply. It's thinking quite a bit. Is Blender thinking? It's thinking 8% CPU. So it's not thinking much. But it's thinking. Okay. I don't know. I mean, if we cannot export base models, I mean, I really want to use Blender because I think it's improved a lot recently. But man, if we cannot even export a freaking base model because it crashes, that is a problem. There is a real problem. It crashed anyway. I mean, I mean, he's saying he's doing something, but he's not doing anything. It's 8% CPU, and I don't think it takes so much to export a freaking Blender file, FBX file. So, GG. GG. Alt A. Okay, this is what I was looking for. It's not animated, I think. You see? It's not animated because with Alt A it does nothing. I can remove all the stuff that is around them. I don't know if the stuff that is around them is making. I mean, is messing up. You know, like there is this thing I can delete. There is no. This is the camera, so it should be fine. Here's some controls we can use to animate him. By the way, it's pretty clunky. It's not smooth at all. I don't know why, but it's not smooth at all. I mean, it's like when I move it inside this view is very, very, it's very, very bad. But anyway, apart from this, which we don't care, let me try to select. So if maybe I have to select because one of the tricks of exporting characters in Blender is that you have to select the root bone. If you don't select the root bone, everything goes to, I don't want to say what. So if we have, can I see this in a hierarchy? A kind of a hierarchy, Joe Vincent body animations. What is the Vincent body? Vincent model cage body. No. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not a user of Blender, so I'm struggling a lot now. But it's not the fault of Blender; it's my fault, right? So there are a million bones in this character. How many freaking bones they have here? I would like to see the bones and not. Can I go in a mode where I can see? So this is object mode, right? Object mode, edit mode. Let's go edit mode and see. No, I don't want to edit the geometry though. I want to edit the bones. No, it's editing the geometry this way. So I want to go into an animation mode. Not here, huh? No, well, I can do wireframe and see. No, I don't see any bones. How do I show the bones, boys? Maybe they are in the different views. Let me check if in any of the other views we have the bones. No, we don't. Well, this one has all the controls. This one is all the. Maybe it's made only of these controls. Maybe it doesn't have bones. Could be. Could be that he only has this thing. Is. So what do you think is the root bone of everything? So is page down, page up helping me? No, it's not. In 3ds Max, you can select one bone, do page up, page down, and it will automatically select the parent bone. So how do I check? This is a small dot there. No, it's not a bone. No. I don't know which is his root bone. If it's this one. Maybe it's this one. Let me try to export again, okay? Export FBX Vincent FBX 0 cap, okay, 0K because you fucked up. Main selected object, no. I think I want all the objects, right? Experimental, no. I don't want to change any of this. I don't want to change any of this. Export FBX. Maybe I'm not selecting the right things, and so that's why I cannot export. It's just a bit weird that instead of giving me an error message, it's just crashing, you know. I'm just crashing Blender with this. I got this model from here. I can give you a link if you want to go and check. Maybe Cyborg, I don't know if you or someone else, but someone should try to do this. Maybe not me, but should try to import. So the site is this one. You should remove the weird character that YouTube is adding at the end. I don't know why it's doing this, but these are all sample characters. There are two that are free, and one of these is it's Vincent. I don't know if he's using a standard rig to do the animation. Maybe he's using some very special feature because I see he's speaking about weird stuff. Blend rig, 37 pages. Oh my god. Seriously, 37 pages of rig? It's better, I mean, it's better than nothing. It's better than don't have it, huh? Don't get me wrong. It's pretty good to have a 37 pages rig explanation. Adding the rig, armature, biped. Okay, anyway, the rig seems to be this one. I mean, the armature seems to be this. I mean, this thing that we just had, right? Even if here, bone shape object is different than this one. Layer 19. Layer 19 is bone shape objects. Do we have this layer 19? By the way, this thing is still thinking, so I think it's not exporting shit. Unless it takes half an hour to export this character, which I don't think so. Layer 19, which is the layer 19? Ah, it's this one, okay. I don't want to delete it, I want to hide it. Do I do it with H? Yes, I do it with H. Yay! Oh my god, this rig is pretty complex anyway. How many bones are here, you think? How many bones? This rig is pretty cool, by the way. They did a good job. Even if mostly it's like geometry, you know, so it looks like there are a lot, but like this is one bone, two bones, three, four. These are all EK. Hmm. Hmm. Anyway, I don't know if this rig is too complex for our. Oh, I see a root bone. Is it this? I think it's this pelvis bone, right? Pelvis. So usually the root bone is in the pelvis or in the bottom of the character. So maybe it is one. Maybe it is one. I don't know what happens again. I'm trying to export FBX, but again, I'm trying and trying and trying and trying, but it's just. Do I have a log or something I can look of what it's doing? But boys, if we cannot export a simple character, is a problem. Huh? Is a real problem. Is a real problem. Can I download it? I'm searching another simpler example because it seems to me that unfortunately this one is just crashing everything. Okay. This thing is doing nothing. Do we have a simple? Do we have a simple sample rig that we can use? Character rigging in Blender 2.7. Download. I need to download something. You know, I need to download free rigged models. Okay, just a human, just a whatever. This this thing looks good. Is it a Blender model? $2? $2 for this shit? Really? Sorry, let me show you what I'm looking at. I'm searching for simple models, and I clicked on this one, which was simple enough, but he asked me $2 to download it. I mean, $2 for this? I mean, $2 is not much. I understand, but it could have been free, you know. This thing is called free 3D, you know. Every item in this list has a price. Why is it called free 3D if every item in this list has a price? Can you tell me? Oh, I have to click on free 3D models. Okay, I understand this. If I click on free 3D models, we have a parental advisory, explicit content. So you absolutely want to click on this, right? I know it. I know it. I know it. We have a Lara Croft, but this is an OBJ, so these are only geometry files. These are not animated files. Wolf rigged and game ready. Okay. $0. $0 we like. We just want to do a test. I don't want to buy stuff, you know. Just want to do a test. Wolf rigged and game ready. Wow, it's a lot of stuff here. Why we need all these files? Okay, textures is fine. FBX, blend. We just need a blend file. I don't need animations. I don't need shit. I just need. I mean, I don't need textures. So I just need sample model. I can open up and be happy about it, and get some confidence that. Did this thing actually export after 1 hour? I think it did something, boys. It just took like 10 minutes, but oh my god. It exported. So it was not crashing, it was not crashing, was really doing the job. He exported a 378 megabyte file. Oh my god. 378 megabyte file. Why so big? I mean, the blend file is 18 megabyte. The FBX is 378. Why so? He exported it though. So it's just a matter of being patient and waiting. You know? Let's try the wolf. Ah, nice wolf, boys. Very nice. What was it? Alt A? Aha! Alt A works, boys. Okay. So maybe selecting the root node actually worked, you know. So I have to find the root node of this guy, but I don't know how to. Well, I can go wireframe, see what it contains. I see no bones. No, the bones are the lines. Yes, I see the bones. I see the bones. Like this one's a bone. Yeah. How do I find the root bone? It's always my problem, though. No, don't do this. What do you think is the root bone? This one, which is like in the middle of the thingy? Or maybe this one? Or this one? Or this one? Or this one? I have no idea. Okay, let's select any and let's try to export from there. Export FBX. We would call it wolf model. It's perfect. Export FBX. This one took a second. The other one took like 2 hours. This one took a second. So let's see our wolf model. Our wolf model is 2 megabyte. Much better than 378. I think I want to import the wolf, right? I think I want to import the wolf. I don't want to import the 378. Or do you want to import the 378 just to see that this thing is crashing? Is crashing. So let's go under character and say, oh, by the way, we had a mannequin. I didn't even know. Maybe this is the standard. Yeah, this is standard Unreal one. Okay, so let's go under character and create a new folder which is called wolf. And inside the wolf, we just drag and drop our FBX file. I think I can, right? I can. I did it. FBX import option. Do you want a skeleton? Do you want a skeleton? I have a skeleton. This is a skeleton. Import mesh. Import skeleton. Animation. Import animation. Yeah, import everything. Yes, yes, we want it all. Import all. Show me some power. Do you believe it will work? Do you believe it will work? The link to see the stream is always /live planeshift official /live. Someone is asking. So no smoothing group. Okay, the following bone are missing for the bind pose. They're missing all these freaking bones again. Okay, it's fine. Let's see what happens. Let's go. How do I see it? I click on it. There is the blend name. It looks more of like a sheep than a wolf, but I think it's not the fault of the guy that made it. I think is yeah, it looks very cool anyway. I like it. It's a free model, so why not? I have always this problem of the light and this problem of the speed. Let me go to 1. Okay, 1 looks much better. Okay, there is our wolf, right? And can I show the bones, all the hierarchy? And can I show the remove the mesh? Remove the mesh, yes. Yes. Do you think this thing imported properly? I still see like crazy things. Like, do you see this one? I mean, okay, the spine seems okay. The spine of the wolf seems okay, but do you see this thing that is going vertically from the center to like nowhere? And it's connecting to something else? I don't know. I mean, I'm still a bit skeptical, you know. It's just because blend on camera 1, empty, plane, empty, walk cycle. Okay, this one is called walk cycle. This one is called walk cycle, but for some reason it's not working at all. Even if the meter is going, it's called walk cycle, but it's not working at all. I don't know, boys. I have the feeling that we will still have problems importing our models, like it was like 15 years ago, where I had to develop my own exporter to actually make it work properly from the 3D app to from the 3D app to Crystal Space. I still have this bad feeling. Or maybe there is just a way, you know, there's just a way that we can learn how to do it. But look at these bones in the face, they're just crazy. Actually, the name of the bones is their fat, and so okay, there's also people that are a bit exaggerating. Okay, so they're creating a wolf, they're putting in like 50 bones for a wolf. Okay, so but these things, these vertical things, what are they? Like this one is called Brust 001. This bone is used by the current mesh, but has no vertices weighted against it. Okay, perfect. This bone, I want to select this bone. Can you let me select this bone? No, I'm in a mode where I cannot select anything anymore. Okay, this bone, right? This bone has vertices weighted against it. Okay, so if I move it, I should see the geometry. Okay. I trust you now. Okay, so yes, these things have okay, these things have vertices on. But why is not it doesn't play? Because maybe I don't know. I didn't connect the geometry to the thingy or something like this. I have no idea. It's not working as expected. But import. Do you want to try to import the mega thing? The 370 mega whatever. Let's crash our machine model. We can. It's very simple. I go here. I create another folder. I call it Vincent the Big. Vincent the Destructor, because he will destroy our PC. Vincent the Destroyer, okay, and then we just try to import that thing, the 378 megabyte thingy. Let's go. He's still reading it, in the sense that the pop-up window that should pop up telling me, do you want to import this, is not popping up. You know, it's like it's an FBX file. He has 1 million information into it. I can read it. I'm still thinking. You know, zero CPU. Zero CPU. I don't like it too much. It didn't. I don't know. It didn't really. You know, it's not doing much. Do you think it's importing it? I mean, we gave up before, and then at the end he proven us wrong. So actually, he was importing it where we were thinking he was not. At the end, he was exporting to FBX. Then 10 minutes later, it did it. So maybe we should give the same, you know. Drop files here. Maybe it didn't take it. I think it took it though. I think it's just that. You think it's thinking something? I can try again, but I fear that then I import it twice, you know. And importing twice 378 megabyte of file. Okay, let's try again. I go here, I have my plus. I drop it. I don't know. If I go here, I get this weird, like if it's still thinking, you know. And if I go here, I get the normal cursor. But now Unreal Engine is stuck. Vincent the Destroyer. Vincent the Destroyer is coming to us. Maybe it's just thinking now, because before it didn't do this. So maybe it's just thinking. Let's give it like a few seconds and a few minutes. I don't know. Let's give it. I have to go, by the way. I cannot stay more. That's a problem. This was a sneaky stream, but it became a real stream somehow. So, but I have to go. I don't think it will import Vincent. Or maybe it will, but it will take like forever. Tough boys. Our Real Engine is not answering anymore. You can close Blender just to remove sound. Yes, Saint, you really want to quit? Yes, I really want to quit. Our Real Engine is not answering anymore. It's just dead. It's just dead. Wow. Okay. I think I have to go. So I don't know. The Real Editor is just stuck there forever. So I think Vincent the Destroyer achieved his purpose. It was to destroy Unreal Engine completely. But we have to find out if we can actually use Blender. Okay, this is my question. We have to understand which is the tool that we will use for real and for Unreal. For real tool for our characters. Okay, so we cannot stay with a half tool, half something. So we need to define this. And our rigs will be simple like this, very simple. I don't think we will go. Well, we can go a bit on facial animations, like so that when the character speaks, is actually looks like he's speaking for real. We can do that. Like you see, these guys are doing a lot of this. Having all the rings in the face, so they can really have facial expressions, and the character looks alive. Yeah, you see, like this, is smiling. So we can do this maybe, but we need a freaking tool. This is anyway from Blender. So this rig seems to be pretty complex, and we need to find a way to do this. So whoever is willing to take this route and help us to find out if we can import and export, that would be very appreciated. For now, I'm heading out. I have to go. I see you tomorrow evening for a stream. And for now, bye bye.